Loving the string. Kia ora and welcome. My name is ZoeStibi and I'm your vocal coach for today. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Dua Lipa training season. Let's see what she's up to with her vocal technique. Oh, just quickly before we begin, if you are interested in learning anything about what we're talking about in this video, check out the link in the description below for one-to-one singing lessons and my online singing school. Anyway, let's go back to Dua Lipa.
Just the poison that I'm drawn to. It can be hard to tell the difference late at night. Play fair. Is that a compass in your nature? Or are you tricky 'cause I've been there?
Okay, I feel like she's got a little bit more of that twang coming into her voice, not poo-pooing her. I've got loads in my voice. To me and Tony, we're so much alike. I wish. So we've got this onto very pressed, thick vocal fold quality there. Let's just go back to that. Loving the strings.
Are you someone that I can give my heart to? Or just the poison that I'm drawn to? It can be hard to tell the difference late at night. Play fair. Is that a compass in your nature? Or are you tricky 'cause I've been there? Baby, I don't need to learn my lesson twice.
So you can see these very short, sharp, high, down there, you know, really short phrases. We don't need to like tank up on breath. So the short, sharp, high breath is just going to kind of help to build up that subglottic pressure, the pressure underneath the vocal folds, in order to make sure that they're nice and thick. As I said, and we're kind of like flipping into that falsetto as well.
Compass in your nature. Or are you tricky 'cause I've been there? Baby, I don't need to learn my lesson twice. But if you really wanna go there, you should know need someone to hold me close, deeper than I've ever known. Whose life feels like a rodeo, knows just how to take control. When I'm vulnerable, he's straight talking to my soul.
I was wondering if she was going to like take it. Okay, so we've got this at the beginning. We've definitely got this. So much going on, Zoe. Woo, sort your thought out. So we've got this like increases out down, a little bit of this twang. And I'm doing this because basically what happens is above the larynx, we make that area smaller, and that helps to make the sound louder, but also for us to get the sound like further away. It's where the ear hears best. It's actually called the singer's format. But if you want to learn more, because you've got to get your chest voice sitting properly first. If you want to learn more about that, check out the link in the description below for my free 3-day challenge to find your chest voice. She does have a fabulous voice, and I wouldn't recommend like to copy that little bit of crackle because I don't know where that comes from. She could have trained it in, but she could, you know, that little bit of constriction. You should know. I mean, if I was to sing like that with that amount of kind of crackle in my voice, I'd have no voice after one song, but that's what Dua Lipa does, and she sounds great doing it. I feel like, again, there's a lot of pressure underneath this sound, but she went, you see, you heard the arse completely dropped out of the sound. I would have liked for her to come much closer to the microphone so we could like hear that kind of difference in that volume there, but it's sort of like, we all know the song, right? So she's gone for falsetto, volume's gone down, vocal folds are open, and then she went, because, let's just watch that. short, sharp, high breath. Tongues forward in that moment with that, who should know that her, it's like a little bit of a a cry, mini hiccup is what I like to tell my students, to get that thick vocal fold, get those vocal folds closing like a big clap before she starts the note. Let's just enjoy that. Are you ready? This is just not an amazing song. I had been thinking, like, do I really want to have a look at Training Season again? Because we've done it quite a lot on this channel, but every time I just love this fucking song. Okay, so we've got the, because Training Season, she's actually only on, look, I'm saying only because we hear it, we think, oh, that's really high. It's only on the A flat 4, which for some people might sit right on the Passaggio, the area between the chest and the head voice. But for some people, the Passaggio might be higher. So find where your Passaggio is. And then what you can do, that's actually something I do go into in my 3-day Find Your Chest Voice challenge, like where is your Passaggio? So what you want to make sure is if you are singing this song, that it sits below your Passaggio in your chest voice. Need someone to hold me close, it's very much like a spoken on pitch kind of sound. Got me feeling vertical. And she's got these open vowels. Okay. Because training season's over. That's hard. We're up on the C5 there. Training season's over. We want to get off the tr and onto the training season's over. And that way we're going to, when we pitch the tr, we're going to get the thicker vocal folds then on that sound. Not always. You have to actually like build up your chest voice first to get up there. And that's sometimes where people fall flat, is that they want to change into the head voice too quickly. So we build up the chest voice, and it's really dependent on where your voice sits. And that's the most important thing, that we find out where your chest voice is and where your head voice changes are. Take it home, Dua. Oh my goodness me. Not only is the Royal Albert Hall like the most amazing place, but she's an amazing performer. And when you've got like the orchestra there, I can just, you know, I can only recommend, if you go to London, that you just have to go and see a show at the Royal Albert Hall, because the building is beautiful. I can only recommend it, and the acoustics are insane. I can only imagine how amazing that it probably sounded better there. So were you there at the Royal Albert Hall when this was being recorded? Because I would be so excited if you let me know what it was like down in the comments. So she's gone, bow-do, you know, every movement that she's making, all pre-rehearsed. Do not think that she's like just imagining these things. She would have gone through with her choreographer about what to do. This is all pre-planned to not throw her off. We don't want any surprises. Oh my goodness me. This is so in her body, by the way, that, you know, she usually does full on dancing and sings this song. So this will be like a walk in the park for her after her tours, after doing all of the press tour for her album and things like that last year. So, you know, this is why she's making it look so easy. And she wrote the song so it fits perfectly within her voice. That has to be said. Don't compare yourself to Dua Lipa in this moment. Don't compare yourself to anyone, but don't compare yourself to Dua Lipa in this moment. Okay, so what we've got there is, I think that that's gone a little bit lighter in the sound. I say lighter because it sounds a little bit quieter, probably because she's moving. And actually, movement and walking is a really great way for us to reduce the amount of pressure that we're able to put on the vocal folds. So if you're struggling with a part of your range, try walking around. But if you're like, actually, Zoe, I need some more help than that, then just, I've tried walking around. There are quite a few different maneuvers that you can try, and that is a part of my online singing school, the Vocal Academy, so you can check it out in the description below. I am not a doctor, and I would never ever, you can't diagnose people without like looking at their vocal folds. But did you hear that little bit of rasp coming into her voice there? If she was in my studio, she made that sound, I would go through a number of exercises with her to double check what I'm hearing. You can't get the impression from this one performance. That, though, is a very typical sound of, say, soft nodules or nodules. And when you sing louder with more pressure, it often disappears. And obviously, it's all very, very individual. The voice is very personal. So again, I'm not saying that Dua Lipa has nodules. No, I'm just saying that if that sound was to come up in a singer's voice in my studio, I would want to check that out. Okay.
Someone to tell you to go. Someone to tell you to go.
Oh my God, does she not just have the most versatile voice? I could like wax lyrical about how amazing she is. I have seen her live. She's incredible. I missed out on tickets for her next tour. Boo, I have to see if I can get them somewhere. Anyway, so we've got these. That's low, okay? Let's just look at that again. Do you believe? That's low. I stand corrected. I thought that was really low, but it's actually only on the middle C, which is C4, which is telling us what? She's dropped her larynx. Can you believe? We've got this lower larynx position, lots of tilt going in, so it sounds really sung, but it's not particularly, it's not a particularly low sound. So if you're struggling with a can you believe, just focus on that speaking on pitch. Can you believe? Da, 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 da. I mean, it sounds beautiful, but some people might listen to it and go, I can't reach that note.
Someone to tell you to go. Someone to tell you to go. You should know I need someone to hold.
has to be said as well, like she's working so beautifully within what her voice allows. She writes really good songs for her. Everybody's voice has their own like magical, I always call it the Bermuda Triangle of like this amazing part of their voice where it sings the best. It sounds full and rich and lovely, and we all go like, yay, when they're in that area. And so many people just want to like sing super fucking high or super, super low. Like change the key of the song to fit your voice rather than trying to go, oh, I really want to sing this and do a Lipa's key. Actually, this would be a very good song for you to work on your chest voice, just saying that. Just don't do that whole low stuff in the middle there. Ah, so beautiful. Let's watch it. Because we've got these shoulders back and down, arms nice and wide.
Lines waiting for someone to tell you to go.
You can hear, here's da ba da da da. You can hear, I mean, I say that and I don't know the words, yeah. So you can hear every single word that she's saying, but notice, we're going to watch that little bit at the end again. Notice that the mouth is not moving a hell of, it's not da ba da ba da da da. You know, she's got this really lovely compact sound. A flat 4 there, and because that is in a really lovely part of her chest voice register, she's not trying to be particularly loud. She's getting the energy coming from her body now. But she's not necessarily trying to then like overdo the sound. It's very similar in the volume to the beginning. Let's just watch that again. Oh no, because she goes, training season. She goes from that falsetto into that chest voice. Training season, open vocal folds down to the thick. And she's gone quiet, loud, quiet, loud. And I mean, look, she's the most ultimate singer. We're looking for that change in the volume to assist us with the vocal quality that we're going into. Let me know if you want me to have a look at more. I feel like I'm just going to have more of these things. I really am excited though, because this year I'm bringing out a new series called Then and Now, looking at singers. So let me know if you want me to put Dua Lipa on that list. We're going to look at their vocal technique over time and what has been happening with a specific song. So which song should I have a look at? Training Season is probably not old enough because it's only from a couple of years ago. Anyway. Thank you so much for joining me. If you've enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you around here more often. It really does help me to help more people like yourself here for free over on YouTube. And if you want some singing lessons, I'm taking on a handful of singing students who are super motivated to like just go and kick ass with their vocal technique this year. You can apply using the link in the description below. Check out some more Dua Lipa up here and down here, and I'll see you around here next time. Happy singing. Ka kite anō.